Monday afternoon, 1:14 on the clock right now. What's up, y'all? Oh gosh, hold up. I think we went for too much of a change of pace from Lady Gaga to Jagged Edge. Let's Get Married, and oh my gosh, is this the original? Hold up a second. We were hoping for a remix. Let's redo this whole thing again. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention? Yeah, it's the midday show. Nice, I promise. Starting last week, we're gonna be YouTube living on the midday show. I'm Joey, and this is Jagged Edge.
It's here.
Yeah, that's the version I like.
J.E. y'all. Run DMC to the beach, y'all.
Oh my gosh, this takes me back.
And me? Yeah, I know.
06, bro. 06.
I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this.
What?
But I'ma be real and say what's on my heart.
Yeah.
Let's take this chance and make this love feel relevant. Didn't you know I loved you from the start? Think about all the years we put in this relationship.
Yeah.
Who knew we'd make it this far? Gotta think about where would I be if we were to just fall apart? 'Cause I can't stand the thought of leaving you altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, we might as well do.
Yeah.
Been feeling you all the while, girl, I must confess. Girl, let's just get married. I just wanna get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, we might as well do it. Been feeling you all the while, girl, I must confess. Let's get married.
Oh.
Frankly, girl, I'm tired of this emptiness. I wanna come home to you and only you.
Why?
'Cause making love to just anyone ain't happening. I just gotta be with you. You think about
Oh.
us finishing something we started so long ago. I wanna give you my all. Do you think about maybe us having some babies? Come on, won't you be my lady?
Yeah, take it back. What's going on across the sea? It ain't nothing, I ain't frontin', shorty, come in with me. Now I done already gave you the key to the range, and your last name about to change.
Yeah.
Now you Miss Simmons, got a better living, what a difference Red One made. Used to be the snake type, hanging out late night, girl, you done made me change my life.
Yeah.
Ever since you met me, keys to the Bentley, now they call you the preacher's wife. I'm the type of guy that take you out and buy that ring with the rock, gotta break your arm.
Yeah.
Flames won't try that, now you can't deny that. Triple dub rap to the mother.
In your white dress.
Yeah.
We ain't getting no younger, we might as well do. Been feeling you all the while, girl, I must confess. Girl, let's just get married. I just wanna get married. Meet me at the altar in your
Run DMC, Jagged Edge, 2006 remix. Let's Get Married. What's going on? Okay. Yesterday, I emceed my first wedding. Well, not my wedding. I emceed my first wedding gig, I should say, of the year 2020. As you know, because of COVID-19, things have been put on hold for a lot of people. So not just the music industry has been suffering, of course it has. The PR events have all been suffering. But of course, you gotta think about the people who are planning to get married in early 2020. They couldn't do it until just recently. So last night, I emceed Weber and Francine's wedding, who happen to be ICRT listeners. And hey, if you two are listening right now, once again, congratulations. It was a heap load of fun, a great party. So yeah, I was very excited to be able to speak to a crowd of people again. I mean, I've been missing out on hosting gigs this year, and it's not just about the money, it's about having fun with the people who are at these events, at these weddings. So yeah, the first of many to come, I hope. I hope Taiwan continue to do well in the face of COVID. COVID-19, and I hope everybody continue to wash their hands, sanitize their hands, and keep proper social distancing. Speaking of proper social distance rules, this morning was the kickoff of ICRT's first ever summer glamp. A glamorous experience of a summer camp. We got to see the parents and the kids who attended this first class, and it's a 3-day event. You get to stay at a 5-star hotel, the Grand Victoria Hotel in Nehu. I called Stevie G this morning to let him know what's going on the morning show, and it's a heap load of fun. We got 20-odd families who attended the first ever ICRT Summer Glamp, and of course their classes continue through the afternoon, and in the evening the kids get to hang around the Nehu area, the Miramar area, with their parents, and we have fun activities like Instagram ABC classes, as in an all-English class they teach you how to take good mint Instagram photos and use the proper filters to make sure that you're on top of your social media game. We also have board game ABC. We have singing, performing ABC games and classes. So it's a heap load of fun. The next class starts next Monday, and I'll get to see the next batch of students and mom and dads come next Monday. In any case, yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And also, don't forget, ICRT's next cover artist is also looking for you to be a part of our competitors this year. So come and join us online, www.icrt.com.tw, and enroll in the next cover artist masked anonymous singing competition. It's going to be a heap load of fun. And all right, enough talking. Let's take a short break. We'll come back with our language links, and we will start taking requests in the ICRT YouTube live chat room right now.
Friends, if I may have your attention.
The following commercials on ICRT may make you feel stronger, smarter, and better looking than you really are.
在这不确定的时代，做最正确的决定。
投资子女教育，保障家庭未来。
2020年最新美国、加拿大留学教育及移民护照申请演讲会
将于全台6大城市盛大举行，免费报名参加。
9月12日周六早上9点半，高雄汉来饭店；下午2点半，台南远东饭店；晚上7点，台中福华饭店。
9月13日周日早上9点半，新竹国宾饭店；下午2点，台北 W Hotel。9月15日周二晚上6点，花莲 F Hotel。
演讲会报名专线及本公司免费咨询任何有关美国、加拿大移民、留学、签证问题，请电02-2707-2111
02-2707-2111。路比顾问公司主办。
出门逛街、聚餐、看电影，搭台湾大车队用振兴3倍券，4种形式随你付，22种支付任你选。想去哪里吃喝玩乐呢？马上叫车，轻松付款，首选55688。
出门逛街、聚餐、看电影，搭台湾大车队用振兴3倍券，4种形式随你付，22种支付任你选。想去哪里吃喝玩乐呢？马上叫车，轻松付款，首选55688。
骑车开车，行经路口，哪些事项该注意呢？
我知道，经过路口慢看停，贴近路口要先减速慢行，
在摆头查看有无人车。
如果有行人在行人穿越道上，
请驾驶人停车，摆手礼让行人先行，也请行人礼貌回应。
汽车转弯时也要摆头查看有无人车，并留意 A 柱遮蔽视线哦。
以上广告由交通部与公路总局提供。
好痛哦！
哎，又是你跌倒啊！
因为我拉不到上面的拉环嘛。
要妈妈找方法帮你长高啊！
我也很想啊。
你问旁边的帅哥，他可是咻一下变好高呢。
我运动加上补充高1等，小小一包，口感香醇，超好吃的。
那我也要补充高1等。长高不能等，快用纽西兰第一成长品牌高1等。 国际人体临床掌骨专利 SGS 安全认证。现在购买套组再送1个月体验，快打高一等长高专线0800-081-889，0800-081-889，前10名可索取体验包0800-081-889。
德国知名眼镜镜片生产厂 Optovision 欧特镜片，眼睛顶级最佳视觉好选择，真正德国光学科技体验。Optovision 欧特镜片，使用前请详阅说明书警语及注意事项。胃部仪器输一字号第021243号及北市威直药字第109305476号。
Watch the language. Language Links on ICRT, an informative and fun look at the surprising origins of English language words and phrases.
Bertha, will you wed me? You don't have to answer right now. In fact, take a week and think about it.
A week? I'm so confused. Didn't you ask Gertrude to marry you yesterday? Did she turn you down?
Not exactly. She said she needed a week to think about it.
Then why are you asking me?
You know, hedging my bets. If Gertrude falls through, I'll wed you.
What? Hedging your bets? Listen here, you cretin. Get out of my house. I never want to see your stupid, disgusting face again.
Fine, I'm leaving. And you don't have to get so angry. I still have Francesca and Vivian to ask. Will you come to the wedding if one of them says yes?
Get out!
It seems our linguistic forefathers thought getting married was a bit like gambling. The English word wed has a rather curious history. It derives from the Old English word wedian, which meant to gamble or to wager. People back then would wedian money on a race or wedian on a woman. Later, related terms sprung up including wed man, meaning a married man, and wed break, a term describing someone who committed adultery. As the centuries progressed, however, the word wed lost its connection to gambling and became a term used almost exclusively to describe the action of getting married.
说英语的老祖宗们似乎认为婚姻就像赌博，因为 wed 结婚这个动词源自于古英语 wedian， 意思就是打赌或是赌博。后来相关的字开始出现，例如 wed man 是指已婚男子，另外 wed break 则是指已婚却跟他人有染的人。数百年之后的今天 wed 这个英文字已经失掉赌博的原意，而专门用来讲结婚， wedding 则是婚礼或是结婚纪念日。
English is one of the most difficult, complex, and mixed-up languages on the planet, even for native speakers. So get a grip on the lingo with Language Links, exclusively on ICRT.
I listen to it with my friends, my coworkers, everywhere, all the time.
ICRT.
They play a little bit of everything.
Where you'll hear all your favorites.
They play all the music I like. Everything.
I think about you all the time. A pretty little thing could record 25. Just say the words and I'm all ears. Let's turn a drink to 5 years. Spend my money, oh honey, come and bleed me dry. Can't let it be someone else. I found you and I found myself. Just a mister, I'm running. Get your house and I'll call it. Push
the Vamps here on ICRT, and the latest bunch of musicians we had a chance to have a virtual interview with, as in a webcam interview. The boys of the Vamps will appear, at least in audio, this very Friday.
Inside my head, there's a little place left for you. What do you know? What do you know? And all I want is to find out what you're going through. What do I know? Maybe the silence is dangerous.
This guy right here, well, I mean, the DJ is Deadmau5, but the vocalist on this track, his name is Bob Swire. He is, why did I say it that way? Swire. He's an Australian musician, singer, songwriter. He's also a record producer and a DJ himself. That song is Monophobia, which is by request sent through the chat. Oh, let me quickly see who requested for this one and give her a shout out. Olivia, what's up? And shout out to all the other names who are in here with us. We have Yixiang, Tom, Zhong Changhua. We have Natalia, that's a new one, right? Cindy and Abe. Is that Abe or Ben? Zach, May, and yeah, I think that's pretty much everybody. All right, so in this year's ICRT, the next cover artist, as with last year, we have 10 categories for you to choose from. If you like to compete in this masked anonymous singing competition, then by all means come and register and send in your demo tape. But the 10 categories, unlike last year, which were pretty set in stone, you know, if you chose from a certain category, there are set musicians whose music you can choose from. But this year, the categories are a bit more arbitrary, a bit more conceptual, as in, okay, here is one called energetic, songs that make you want to dance. All right, what exactly define as songs that make you want to dance? well, that's really up to your own personal interpretation. But I like to argue that last song should make you want to dance because the Mandarin translation for this category is 听了保证瘦, as in you listen to it and you're guaranteed to lose a few pounds because you're dancing vigorously. So I guess that goes for EDM music, right? And so far, that is one of the least registered or least competed categories because I think it's actually very hard to sing EDM songs. As in, you hear a lot of EDM vocalists who sometimes don't even get credited. But it's actually very hard to sing an EDM track. You got to keep the energy and you got to make sure that pitch is 100% correct. Obviously, you could do a little autotune, but usually you got to be what they call a session musician or someone who's at least able to do backing vocals, and you have to be pitch perfect. So Rob Swire's got it, and it's not easy to do it. So if you can, try for the H category for this year's The Next Cover Artists. Mind you, you only have 6 more days to send in your demo tape, so do it now. And the grand prize, 50,000 NTD in cash, more than 10,000 in prizes, and of course, interview with ICRT and interview with Asia Pop 40, the syndicate show that I host, which is played not just in Asia anymore. Last I checked, they have reached their musical tentacles out to LA's Kiss FM. Yes, you can now hear Asia Pop 40 on Kiss FM, one of the biggest radio stations from LA. Okay, enough said. Let's get to more music. This next one, I don't know what category it would fall under. I guess the category B, as in speak from the heart, what I really want to tell you. And here's Ash telling her former lover she wishes she hasn't spent any time with him. Yeah, it's sort of a torch
Oh
song.
man, hindsight 2020, poured rain all over my sunny. Someday this will all be funny. We were coke, playing milk and honey. Dysfunctional, I was a junkie. Someday this will all be funny. I know everything worked out the way it's meant to be, but honestly, if I had the chance, I would take it back. Jumping on sinking ships that are going down the pit. One day I'll be good. Right now I'm just mad. Over being so short. If only I was never yours. I could have saved myself time and lots of money. Could have saved myself. I should have blamed myself. I kinda saw it coming. Could have saved myself. Red flags, tended to ignore them. White flag, never sent it soaring. So hard to forget it in the morning. No, I know everything worked out the way it's meant to be, but honestly, if I had the chance, I would take it back. Jumping on sinking ships that are going down the pit. One day I'll be good. Right now I'm just mad. Only being so short. If only I was never yours. I could have saved myself time and lots of money. Could have saved myself. I should have blamed myself. I kinda saw it coming. Could have saved myself from you. Saved myself. I'm wasting half my 20s. Saved myself.
going to be right back right after these important messages.
How does it feel? Feels good. Feels good.
On ICRT，
打开 Radio 最享受，锁定 ICRT 新生活。近年来，油电混合车可说是满街爬爬灶。那你知道油电车的优点吗？首先是省油，油电混合车的油耗量比传统引擎低很多。有些车主甚至在加满油后用到忘记是什么时候加油的。再来，油电车电池是利用车辆减速时回收动能，再转成电能，以节省能源，不需额外在充电桩或电源上充电，使用起来相当便利。而针对油电车电池，也有车厂推出中古车延长保固，让民众更无后顾之忧，安心体验新科技。以上单元由 Lexus 原厂认证中古车赞助播出。
您好，总共120元。
你有想过，当一天一杯 espresso 善待自己时，也可以同样金额等值犒赏自己。Lexus 原厂认证中古车今夏专案，首创首年低月付3600起，让您一次轻松进阶，定格完美，重现经典。Lexus 原厂认证中古车。详情请洽 Lexus CPO 营业据点。
在美国合法读书、工作、居留吗？有绿卡皆可搞定。我们协助美国医学院入学及工作实习，我们协助工作技能达成及合法居留，我们服务美国公司设立及税务规划。有绿卡皆能搞定。Masons 美城移民洽询专线02-2775-4863，02-2775-4863。
爸爸，陪我到无人岛潜水抓海星。
不用，今天我们去玩真的水。台北河岸同乐会熊赞水乐园有60米滑水道、摇滚欢乐池、1000只黄色小鸭，还有同乐晚会，一起唱唱跳跳哦。
哇哦，还能抽 Switch 跟 PS4哎。
8月14到23号到台北自来水园区一起消暑吧。
详情请上台北旅游网。以上广告由台北市观光传播局提供。
移民找飞达富，美国绿卡专家，专才移民速度快，投资移民有分红。您20年不变的1届好朋友。8月16日周日下午2点半，台北喜来登02-2700-9595，救我救我，飞达富移民。
I love you guys. This is the only station I listen to. Every song you play, like I love it.
Taiwan's coolest music mix.
I love your station. You guys play the best music.
Only on ICRT.
I've always been the one to say the first goodbye. Had to love and lose 100 million times. Had to get it wrong to know just what I like. Now I'm falling. You say my name like I have never heard before. I'm indecisive, but this time I know for sure. I hope I'm not the only one that feels it all. Are you falling? Say attention, you know you can get whatever you want from me. Whenever you want it, baby. It's you and my affection. I'm afraid of all the things it could do to me. If I would've known it, baby, I would've stayed at home. 'Cause I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart? Oh no, I was doing better alone. But when you said hello, I knew that was the end of it all. I should've stayed at home. 'Cause now there ain't no letting you go. Am I falling in love with the one that could break my heart?
good.
Oh yeah.
They play some of the newer stuff.
Newer stuff.
ICRT
Wake up, listen up, smoke a coffee. It's yourself holding on you. Go down, I say, do what you want. Let go of it like you. Ooh, 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 you say you can let go. Follow me, ooh, 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 ooh. You will never know unless you come with me. Follow me, ooh, 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 ooh. Why is it have to be so hard? And I know you know it. Make your mind, and you know that you see everything is alright. Don't you know? Why are you making it so hard? And I know you see it. Make your mind. Ooh, I feel it, you feel it tight tonight. Sing with me, ooh, ooh, ooh. Clean up all your mess and taking caffeine. It's yourself pulling on you. Everyone's stories stand at the same. Let go of it, don't you? Ooh, so free and free, you can follow. Sing with me, ooh, ooh, ooh. You will never know till you let go of me. Follow me, ooh, ooh, ooh. Why does it have to be so hard? And I know you know it. Make your mind, and you know that you see everything is alright. Don't you know? Why are you making it so hard? And I know you see it. Make your mind. Ooh, I feel it, feel it tight tonight. Sing with me,
This one right here, you know if you know, and for anyone who likes K-drama, something new for you to sink your teeth into, all 16 episodes of It's Okay Not to Be Okay is now available on Netflix. And that was Elaine with Wake Up here on ICRTFM 100. All right, diving back into the oldies.
Why don't you use
yours next. I told you I get around to it before the hour is over. As we're on YouTube Live today, if you want to make a request, please go ahead and visit us. ICRTFM100 on YouTube. 今天也是这样，在至少5点之前都会在 YouTube Live 上面跟大家互动。那想要听音乐可以直接用 YouTube 听，想要点播也可以直接在我们的聊天室点播。Join us there.
The right music mix from the 80s, 90s, and today. We're ICRT FM100.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around. Down the same old strip, I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip. My buddies and me, you're getting real well known. Yeah, the bad guys know us and they leave us alone. I get around, round, 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 I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. I get around. Cause it's never been beat, and we've never missed yet with the girls we meet. None of the guys go steady, cause it wouldn't be right to leave your best girl home on a Saturday night. I get around, round, 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 I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. I get around. Get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around,
All right, we're getting around to the news now. I believe we have Jane for the top of the hour weather news. Do we? Give me a thumbs up if we do. Yes, we got Jane. She's got a cover for the news. And coming back, we have more of your requests on YouTube, on the air here on ICRT.
在这不确定的时代，做最正确的决定。
投资子女教育，保障家庭未来。
2020年最新美国、加拿大留学教育及移民护照申请演讲会
将于全台6大城市盛大举行，免费报名参加。
9月12日周六早上9点半，高雄汉来饭店；下午2点半，台南远东饭店；晚上7点，台中福华饭店。
9月13日周日早上9点半，新竹国宾饭店；下午2点，台北 W Hotel。9月15日周二晚上6点，花莲 F Hotel。
演讲会报名专线及本公司免费咨询任何有关美国、加拿大移民、留学、签证问题，请电02-2707-2111
02-2707-2111。路比顾问公司主办。
吃了一整个礼拜，美食残渣还扒着你的肚子不放吗？
来，吃6休1，喝 AB， 大消负担，喝 AB， 周1喝 AB， 还你一身清爽。AB 又落入普林斯顿暑期超强记忆训练营，读书有方法，一个暑假就开窍。台北、桃园、新竹、台中、台南、高雄，免费试听请拨02-2768-5887，2768-5887。
Princeton, the memory experts。追梦路上面临无数挑战，但追梦的初衷一直都在。
守护你的初衷，华南银行。
So let's synchronize our watches in 3, 2, 1.
It's 1:59. Stay tuned for ICRT news and weather coming up next.
Mark.
ICRT FM100 Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. Your news, Taiwan and the world.
Good afternoon. afternoon. It's 2 o'clock. I'm Jane Lee. Starting off with a look at this hour's top international headline. A six-nation bloc of Gulf Arab nations have endorsed an extension of a United Nations arms embargo on Iran. But first, in local news, the National Health Research Institute has provided an update on their vaccine development efforts. The report says they have been testing the trial inoculation on hamsters. These hamsters were then exposed to ones who have coronavirus, but the transmission rate was only about 1% compared with no vaccine. Researchers say this shows the trial jab can effectively prevent the spread of the disease. The institute says they have already applied for a patent in the U.S. and hope to begin human clinical trials in the fourth quarter of this year. It could be ready for market by the third or fourth quarter of 2021. According to the World Health Organization, there are currently 4 clinical trials for coronavirus vaccine using similar techniques as Taiwan's. KMT Chair Johnny Chiang calls Hong Kong police's arrest of media tycoon Jimmy Lai extremely regrettable, adding that his party fully supports the territory's democracy. Chiang says the police move is destroying Hong Kong people's trust in the government, and the outside world is worried about Hong Kong authorities' expansion of power. His comments come after police arrested Lai and his son on suspicion of violating the new national security law, with offenses including collusion with a foreign country. Police also raided the headquarters of Next Digital, a media group founded by Lai, and entered the newsroom and searched the desks. The 113 hotline for people to report violence, assault, and abuse has added one more language to its services. The Department of Protective Services says as there are now at least 12,000 Japanese permanent residents in Taiwan, the hotline is now offering Japanese on top of English, Vietnamese, Indonesian, Thai, and Cambodian translation services. The 113 phone number, established in 2005 by the DPS, was originally meant for women and children to report abuse and seek help. The government agency later added foreign language translators to the service as the number of immigrants in Taiwan increased rapidly. When foreign people call for help, a social worker will answer first and then request a translator to conduct a 3-way talk if necessary. The hotline has offered translation service to some 2,500 people so far this year. Taiwan shares were higher today amid mixed performances of other Asian stock markets. The TAIEX rose 65 points to end the session at 12,894. The turnover was 214.9 billion NT. In world news, a six-nation bloc of Gulf Arab nations have endorsed an extension of a United Nations arms embargo on Iran just 2 months before it is set to expire. The Gulf Cooperation Council on Sunday sent a letter to the UN Security Council backing an extension of an arms embargo that's kept Iran from purchasing foreign-made weapons like fighter jets, tanks, and warships. The GCC, comprised of Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, alleged that Iran have not ceased or desisted from armed interventions in neighboring countries, directly and through organizations and movements armed and trained by Iran. The largest gathering in the U.S. since the start of the coronavirus pandemic is happening right now in South Dakota. It's the 80th annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. AP correspondent Julie Walker reports.
Organizers say they expect 250,000 people to pass through the event, taking place over several days, and that's half of what they'd normally get. Screw COVID, I went to Sturgis, read the design on one t-shirt being sold. Most people not wearing masks, like Dwayne Ramker.
Not too many people are worried about COVID.
Daily virus cases have been trending upward in South Dakota, but the 7-day average is still only around 84, with fewer than 2 deaths per day. Sturgis officials plan to mass test residents to try to detect and halt outbreaks. I'm Julie Walker.
Looking at weather in Taiwan, the Central Weather Bureau's land and sea warning for tropical storm Makala are in place as it keeps moving northward towards the Taiwan Strait. It is now located 300 kilometers southwest of Eluanbi and expected to bring strong winds and heavy rain to outlying Penghu and Jinmen Islands, as well as the coastal areas in southern and eastern Taiwan this evening. For the afternoon, we can expect partly cloudy skies with rain showers across much of the island. Current temperatures in Taipei is 33 degrees, Taichung 31, Kaohsiung 32, and Hualien 32. That's the ICRT News at 2. I'm Jane Lee.
What do stories tell us about who we are?
We all want affirmations that our lives have meaning, and nothing does a greater affirmation than when we connect through stories. It can cross the barriers of time and allow us to experience the similarities between ourselves and through others, real and imagined.
I'm Guy Raz, framing the story. That's on the next TED Radio Hour from NPR.
锁定 ICRT， 周一晚上9点 TED Radio Hour， 丰富多元的内容，让你拓展国际视野，开创新知识。
Tune in to ICRT Monday at 9 p.m. for the TED Radio Hour. Expand your mind, one talk at a time.
From groove to smooth.
We could leave the Christmas lights until January. This is our place. We made the rules. And there's a dazzling haze, a mysterious way about you, dear. Have I known you 20 seconds, 20 years? Can I go where you go?
come to think of it, this album was not that long ago, late 2019. How did Taylor manage to squeeze out another album before the year 2020 is over?
Yelling at the sky, screaming at the world. Baby, why'd you go away? I'm still your girl. Holding on too tight, head up in the clouds. Heaven only knows where you are now. How do I love again? How do I trust again? I stay up all night, tell myself I'm alright. Baby, you're just harder to see than most. I put the record on, wait till I get lost. So every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Never got the chance to say your last goodbye. I gotta move on, but it hurts to try. How do I love again? How do I trust again? I stay up all night, tell myself I'm alright. Baby, you're just harder to see than most. I put the record on, wait till I get lost. So every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. How do I love again? How do I trust again? I stay up all night, tell myself I'm alright. Baby, you're just harder to see than most. I put the record on, wait till I get lost. So every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost. Every night I'm dancing with your ghost.
A little Sasha Sloan after Taylor Swift's Lover. Find these two songs go rather nicely together. Welcome back to the Midday Show. It's the 2 o'clock, 2:13 right now. We're taking your requests here over YouTube Live. As I promise, I try to do YouTube Live as often as I can when I do get a chance. It's a simple setup, and I just find that it's much easier to chat with you lot in the YouTube chat room. So shout out to everyone who's here with us. And for some reason, everyone in the chat is talking about driver's license. I think Tom was talking about him getting or potentially getting a driver's license. And I remember trying to get a driver's license here in Taiwan. I gotta tell you, the road test in Taiwan is way harder than North American road tests, because you're working with a much smaller space, I think, in general. And you know, in Canada, in the States, if you want to go for a parallel park, I mean, the whole street is for you to make like a 10-degree turn, and you can roll all the way down the street for that parallel park. But here in Taiwan, you got to make sure that you follow every single procedure by the angle. Like, you can't be off by a single degree or you won't make it, or you're going to somehow sound the alarm that's at the edges of your parking space. So I would say it's a lot harder. It actually takes a lot more training, and it's definitely exercises of doing the same thing over and over again. So yeah, good luck, Tom. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's get to your request right here. This one is called They're Just Ghosts. I hope this is the one that you asked for. Motion Blur and Peter Jesse. or at least the only one that I know of. Enjoy this on ICRT.
FM 100.
We're going to slow things down a little bit and get to, how about let's get to an Adele. In the last hour, we played a song from Dua Lipa, who samples heavily from INXS's 80s hit Need You Tonight, right? Her latest song called Break My Heart, which, by the way, is still topping charts here in Taiwan. Let's now go for another, not sampling this time, but more just downright covering a song. And this is Adele covering The Cure's Love Song. Today is Mark Price's birthday from The Cure.
Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am home again. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am whole again.
like singing? Do you think you have a voice to match Adele or Ed Sheeran? Are you always that one friend who hogs the mic when you go to a KTV booth? Well, then maybe ICRT's The Next Cover Artist event is just for you. It is currently accepting anyone who's willing to compete in this masked, anonymous singing competition. So join us online, www.icrt.com.tw to find out how. And if you want to find out which categories are currently less populated, and there are less people competing in those categories, hence giving you more of a chance to get to the top of that category, then you can just ask me and I'll find out for you. Yeah? Okay. So, yeah, don't forget. August 16th is our deadline for registration. Just make sure you send in your demo tape before August 16th, which is what? This Saturday? This Sunday? Hold on, let me check. August 16th. It probably is Sunday. Yeah. So this very Sunday, make sure you do that. In fact, do it now. Stop procrastinating. Do it now. Work isn't all that important. This is important. This, if you win the champion, if you are the finalist and the winner of this year's Next Cover Artist, it will most likely cover your salary for a whole month. So yeah, I would say the Next Cover Artist is currently a bit higher on that list of priorities. 好，如果觉得自己的歌喉不错的话呢，各位听众朋友，欢迎来参加 ICRT 第2届的英语歌唱大赛。这个是蒙面跟匿名的英文歌唱比赛哦。那去年是第1届，我们去年是第一次跟国家发展委员会合作来带给大家这个活动。然后去年也是非常的精彩，有很多很会唱的小唱将哦，最后得到我们的这个前5名的名次都是蛮年轻的歌手，然后我记得冠军好像才13还14岁哦，所以觉得自己歌喉不错的人呢，然后又可能有点害羞的朋友，别害羞，来到我们的全程是蒙面匿名的歌唱比赛，还有丰富的奖品。但是提醒你，8月16号就这个礼拜天，我们的报名就截止了。那来到官网上面先了解一下 www.icrt.com.tw， 然后稍微了解一下报名的方式，那也了解一下我们的10个不同的组别，你可以选择选一个组别来比哦，但是建议是选择比较人少一点的组别，这样你比较有可能可以声音可以突出一点。那如果想要知道哪些组别人比较少的话，可以直接来问我。By the way， 我们今天也是在 YouTube Live 上为大家播出好听的音乐，然后同时接受你的点播，所以来到 YouTube 来找 ICRTFM100。Let's take a short break right here. We're gonna be right back after these short messages.
Right now, it's time for some very important messages on ICRT. Listen.
第7天，我要改变自己。21天是我给自己的期限。我是 Cindy 袁咏琳，我爱上天然的美国棉，因为棉花可以自然分解。美国棉永续环保，我们一起爱护地球。美国棉商标值得全球信赖。The cotton the world trusts。
我是阳明大学蔡英杰博士，益生菌的好我最知道。YMU013专利益生菌是我亲自带领专业研究团队用心研发，荣获多项专利，并结合珍贵的母乳菌株。
每包600亿活菌，可使排便顺畅，帮助消化，调整体质。孕妇、婴幼儿都可以吃，免费体验0800-011-855，0800-011-855。
我今天用振兴券买衣服，特别挑了棉质的。我买的是美国棉，因为我在乎材质能符合环保永续。美国棉是天然的纤维，过去35年，美国棉在温室气体排放量已下降了30%，用水量减少82%，能源消耗节省了38%。哇哦，原来好的商品是要从原料开始把关。美国棉不但材质好，穿起来也舒适。是的，我们要一起爱地球。Cotton USA, the cotton the world trusts.
2020年与2021年，台湾的欧美日韩外侨学校热烈招生中。长荣移民是外侨学校申请专家，拥有25年经验的长荣移民专办美加澳英欧洲移民、台湾投资移民及外国公民身份申请。免费咨询热线02-2517-6222-0989-571-222。最新消息，请上长荣移民官网查询。您的移民护照专家，长荣移民。西平方最大优惠来了！报名暑期英语特训团，最高5折优惠，100万学员口碑推荐，别人都在认真投资自己了，你还在等什么？快加入西平方攻其不备独家专利计划式学习法，告别传统死记硬背，英文突飞猛进，超有感。去年没抢到的，今年千万别再错过哦！上网输入西平方暑期优惠，即刻抢购。
They always have great contests.
Always got music going.
Always on.
There's always something exciting on ICRT.
Yeah, it's relaxing. I can listen all day and I just feel good.
Living English in Taiwan.
This Romeo is bleeding. You can't see his blood. It's nothing but some feelings that this old dog kicked up. It's been raining since you left me. Now I'm drowning in the flood. You see, I've always been a fighter, but without you, I give up. Now I can't sing a love song like the way it's meant to be. But I guess I'm not that good anymore. Baby, that's just me. I will love you, baby.
ICRT. It's the midday show. We have Sophie Merritt, who came into the YouTube chat screaming Bon Jovi's name. Bon Jovi, Bon Jovi, Bon Jovi. And I'm like, yeah, okay, if you want Bon Jovi, I'm always going to play Always. Because it's the love song. It's the ballad song, I guess. It's that ballad that everyone has at one point in his or her life sung alone too. So there you go, Sophie. I hope you like that one. I hope at the very least that you don't mind that one. All right, so from Bon Jovi's, 1994 hits to now something that is currently, I would say, in the top 10 on the TikTok charts. However, it actually comes from 2018. It's a remix of Dancing in the Moonlight.
Almost every night when that moon is big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight, dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight, dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight.
Zucker. We had a chance to speak with him just while COVID-19 blew up in February, or was it March? We have a video interview with him up on our Facebook page. And he has already decided to drop a brand new single a few months later. This one's called Supercuts, and it's making its way up the digital charts here in Taiwan. So if you haven't heard of it, well, I guess now you have. All right, don't forget, we're on YouTube Live today, so if you like to listen to us through YouTube, you may. And you can find us on YouTube by looking for ICRTFM100. You can also request there, chat with us there. I can barely speak today. Oh, gosh, I need a break. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
And right now, it's time for some very important messages on ICRT. Listen.
打开 Radio 最享受，锁定 ICRT 新生活。炎炎夏日，冷气该怎么买？建议可以挑选有 MIT 微笑标章认证的机种，台湾制造，安全健康，值得信赖。为了鼓励业者从 MIT 台湾制造提升到 DIT 台湾设计，经济部工业局筹办 MIT 台湾精选活动，鼓励业者提升产品品质等级。而获得台湾精选标章，也代表了 MIT 商品的优质精选形象。今年有不少在地深耕的台湾空调品牌获奖，这不仅是对产品的肯定，业者的鼓励，更是另类台湾之光，让世界看见台湾。以上单元由冰点空调赞助播出。
超跑之王法拉利的轮圈，
全民饮料可口可乐的瓶盖，
这些都是台湾之光。现在你必须再认识冰点空调，研发生产一条龙，全程 MIT 通过世界级认证，节能环保，销售遍及全球，为台湾争光。
我不太会讲话，但是我做的冷气会替我说话。
世界级的台湾精品冰点空调，
吃了一整个礼拜，美食残渣还扒着你的肚子不放吗？
来，吃6休1喝 AB， 打消负担喝 AB， 周一喝 AB， 还你一身清爽 AB 优酪乳。
移民找飞达富，美国绿卡专家，专采移民速度快，投资移民有分红。您20年不变的一届好朋友，8月16日周日下午2点半，台北喜来登02-2700-9595，救我，飞达富移民。
总经理，这项采购可以为公司创造双赢。
不错。我认为不只要双赢，更要环保、省电、省钱3赢。全面改用 Epson 免加热急速影音机，独家 Heat-Free 喷墨技术，比一般雷射影音机更有效率，而且省电85%，减碳85%，一年再帮公司省下6000元电费。用 Epson 免加热急速影音机，果然3赢。
为您成功设下 Epson。Are we gonna go? Go. Time to go with the flow and get back to the show on FM 100. So let's turn it up a notch. ICRT.
I know it's ugly turning on the news. There's people fighting over point of view. Sometimes it's like there's nothing left to lose. And I don't know what to do, but I know it's better with you. I was a wreck when you came along, when there was nothing left why you do, but I know I'm better with you. But I know I'm better with you.
Jesse McCartney, Better With You, here on ICRT. And you know what? It's always better when we've got you keeping us company while we go through the afternoon of great music together. And now it's time for us to get to something new. In fact, this young lady, first off, she's from the UK. She's 18. I think maybe have recently turned 19. But at least when we caught up with her a few months ago, she was still 18. Very young singer-songwriter, very talented. And I believe we still haven't put up that video yet. Okay, I promise you I'll take a look and perhaps put it up tonight on ICRT's YouTube page, ICRTFM100. That's also where you can find us live right now, or you can find me live right now. And we're taking your requests here in the chat room. But let's listen to this brand new release from Griff, the young lady we were just talking about. She has dropped a brand new single last week. It's called Say It Again. I believe we did play it once last week, so we're going to play it again here on ICRTFM 100.
You don't say how you feel when you're sober, baby. But when we're out and it's getting late, you tell me about the troubles that haunt you lately. And the only thing that I can ever say is come closer, come closer. Oh, let me hold you now. I know that I'm no savior, no. Yeah, I know that even if I was the wisest of them all, it don't matter, not at all, if you don't believe it. So however many times that you need to, baby, just tell yourself it's gonna be okay. However many times that you need to hear
18-year-old singer Griff, who, when she sings, does not sound like she's 18 at all. At least double that, right? And she grew up on Stevie Wonder, Mary J. Blige, and I suppose a little bit of Taylor Swift. But then again, who doesn't grow up on a little bit of Taylor Swift? So there you go. Hard to pinpoint exactly what genre she falls under. Maybe a little bit of R&B, I suppose. But let's just call it pop. No, let's just call it Griff. All right, we have another request that's going to take us into the end of the hour. It seems like we have a brother-sister duo who are both listening to us. We got Jack and Sophie Merritt. And yeah, we will definitely have some co-play here on the air, taking us into the end of the hour. Oh my goodness, are we halfway through the day already? We're halfway through my shift already? Time flies. Yes, it does, baby. It's 2:52. When you got good music, of course it flies. Viva la vida on ICRT. Taking us into the end of the 2 o'clock, and in the 3, we have Trevor Tortomasi for the top of the hour weather and news updates. By the way, I have some gripe here on the air that I need to express. Last week, or last Friday, we had Trevor record a short video basically saying hello to everyone on our Facebook page, and that one got like hundreds of likes. Whereas on the other hand, when we produce a fun skit for the next cover artist, that got us nothing. So what's going on? What is this personal charm that Trevor's got that we don't have? Huh? Like a produced video can't compete with Trevor's personal charm? My goodness, what is this? All right, anyway, he's got the news coming up. We'll be right back with more music.
在这不确定的时代，做最正确的决定。
投资子女教育，保障家庭未来。
2020年巨星美国、加拿大留学教育及移民护照申请演讲会
将于全台6大城市盛大举行，免费报名参加。
9月12日周六早上9点半，高雄汉来饭店；下午2点半，台南远东饭店；晚上7点，台中福华饭店。
9月13日周日早上9点半，新竹国宾饭店；下午2点，台北 W Hotel。9月15日周二晚上6点，花莲 F Hotel。
演讲会报名专线及本公司免费咨询任何有关美国、加拿大移民、留学签证问题，请电
02-2707-2111。02-2707-2111。路比顾问公司主办，
响应动资券、3倍券、运彩加码、欢乐抽现金。10月31号前不限玩法，投注满200，月抽现金10万元。快来买运彩，跟着运彩动自动。活动详情请上台湾运彩官网。
Celebrate the government's stimulus campaign by betting 200 NT or more for the chance to win 100,000 NT in prize draws every month until October 31st. Catch the action and win big with Taiwan Sports Lottery.
台湾运彩提醒您，未成年人不得购买或兑领彩券。
Join DJ Joseph Lin spinning banger after banger, taking you from work or class and into the night every Monday to Friday. Weekdays just ain't the same without the sweet, sweet sounds of the Jam on ICRT. Brought to you by Taiwan Life Insurance.
Jam DJ Joseph The Jam 节目，网罗不同年代、不同曲风，世界各地最潮的流行歌曲。周一到周五晚上，与台湾人寿一起享受 The Jam 的音乐大餐。台中国家歌剧院2020遇见巨人，以大师剧作、直探人性之作与冲撞经典3主轴策展。8月8日首播启售，与艺术巨擘白先勇、曾道雄、林丽珍及云门舞集、明华园剧场相聚，感受大师风范与灵魂触动。购票请洽两厅院售票系统。
So let's synchronize our watches in 3, 2, 1.
It's 2:59. Stay tuned for ICRT news and weather coming up next.
追梦路上，即使面临无数挑战，不变的是，追梦的初衷一直都在。
守护你的初衷，华南银行。
We're ICRT FM100, Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. Your news, Taiwan, and the world.
Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I am Trevor Tortomasi. Starting off with a look at this hour's top international headline, the United States has now passed 5 million confirmed COVID-19 cases. But first, in local news. The Financial Supervisory Commission is investigating whistleblower reports of bad loans from Fubon Bank. The FSC has already sent teams to look into allegations that Taipei Fubon Bank is knowingly offered loans to Yiheng Health, a high-risk health services company. The bank's general manager allegedly had received reports about Yiheng's situation, yet still decided to offer $30 million in credit to the company. The Financial Supervisory Commission says it has not ruled out questioning the general manager in connection with the case. And a Chinese national is in custody after swimming from the mainland to Kinmen. The Coast Guard says the man swam to Jinmen's Dadan Island, the first case of its kind since the coronavirus pandemic began. The man will be placed in quarantine for 2 weeks before being prosecuted for illegal entry into the country and national security violations. The Coast Guard urges anyone who suspects similar trespassers to report them to authorities through the 118 hotline. And in Kanding, 24 green sea turtle hatchlings were escorted back to the sea by Kanding National Park rangers last night. Li Zhongxian, an expert with the National Museum of Marine Biology and Aquarium, says when the endangered animals were found on the Big Bay Beach, they were crawling toward Kunding Chateau Beach Resort. Li says they were probably confused, attracted by the hotel lights. Similar situations have happened before. He adds that green sea turtles are known to live in their sea near the national park, and if a mother turtle finds a beach that she likes, she would come ashore to lay eggs 6 or 7 times. Li urges tourists to cover any holes they dig in the sand beach before leaving, as sometimes turtle hatchlings may fall into the hole and are unable to get out. And finally, the FDA has imposed new restrictions on the use of a popular painkiller drug. Tramadol has been linked to the death of 1 person in Taiwan and to breathing problems in another 2 patients. The Food and Drug Administration is now restricting the drug's use in patients with pre-existing respiratory issues. Roughly 100 million pills containing tramadol are consumed in Taiwan annually. In international news, the U.S. has passed another grim milestone of 5 million COVID cases. Statistics reported nearly 47,000 new coronavirus cases Sunday, putting its cumulative national total at around 5,044,000. According to CNN, it took the country 99 days to reach 1 million, 43 days to reach 2 million, 28 days to 3, and 15 days to pass 4 million on July 23rd. It has been 17 days since then. The U.S. currently holds about 1/4 of all global cases, with the highest reported number of deaths. Health officials are reminding U.S. residents to remain vigilant in their mask-wearing habits and social distancing. Hong Kong media mogul Jimmy Lai has been arrested on suspicion of breaching the city's national security law. Lai is an outspoken critic of the law and a prominent supporter of the pro-democracy movement. Richard Kimber reports from Hong Kong.
Jimmy Lai was arrested at his home early Monday morning. Hong Kong police say they have also arrested 6 other local men on suspicion of collusion with foreign forces and conspiracy to commit fraud. Police say the operation is still ongoing and have not ruled out more arrests. Lai is the founder of the pro-democracy Apple Daily newspaper. One of Lai's most senior executives, American Mark Simon, is also said to be wanted by police. It would mark the 3rd set of arrests since the new law came into force on June 30th to punish acts of secession, subversion, terrorism and collusion with foreign forces to endanger national security. Offences under the new law carry a maximum penalty of life in prison. Richard Kimber in Hong Kong.
And in Indonesia, the Mount Sinabung volcano has erupted this morning. Sinabung sent a column of volcanic materials as high as 5 kilometers into the sky, causing a thick layer of ash to cover several villages in a 12-kilometer radius. Today's eruption caused no injuries, but some 30,000 people have been forced to leave homes around the mountain in the past 3 years. The volcano had been dormant for 4 centuries until an eruption in 2010 killed 2 people, and another in 2014 resulted in 16 deaths. Mount Sinabung sits along the Ring of Fire, an arc of volcanoes and fault lines encircling the Pacific and prone to seismic upheaval. Sinabung is one of 120 active volcanoes in Indonesia and one of 2 volcanoes currently erupting there. And back to Taiwan for a look at this afternoon's weather. The Central Weather Bureau's land and sea warning for tropical storm Mikala are in place as it keeps moving northward toward the Taiwan Strait, but so far only for the outlying Penghu and Jinmen Islands and coastal areas in southern and eastern Taiwan this evening. For the afternoon, we can expect cloudy skies and occasional showers across most of the rest of the island. Current temperatures are 34 in Taipei, 31 in Taichung, 28 in Kaohsiung, and 32 in Hualien. That's the ICRT News at 3. I'm Trevor Tortomasi.
Because you are the winner,
With the fire that you started in me, but I'll never let you back to put it out.
The ultimate voice talent test, ICRT's Mass Singing Contest, is back for Season 2. Could you be the next cover artist? Could you take home over 500,000 NT worth of prizes? Sign up for the next cover artist before August 16th by registering at the ICRT website.
全台首创广播结合线上直播蒙面匿名英文歌唱大赛 The Next Cover Artist 第2届开始征件，总奖项超过50万， 8月16号前，快上 ICRT 网站报名。We want you！ 本活动由台湾家乐电子、迪芬尼声学赞助。
This event is sponsored by Taiwan Carol and Tiffany.
ICRT App 和网站。
随时更新国内外即时英语新闻，
网站更多的跑马灯，
一眼就能看到最新快报，
还能边听边看文稿，
吸收知识的同时，英文变好了，
国际交流也更容易。
快下载 ICRT App，
或上 ICRT 网站。
All the hits, all the time.
ICRT.
Watch the sunrise, say your goodbyes, off we go. Some conversation, no contemplation, hit the road. Call over keys, jump out of my seat, on the side of the highway, baby. Our road is long, your hope is strong. Please don't ever let go. Oh no. I know I don't know you, but I want you so bad. Everyone has a secret. Oh, can they keep it? Oh no, they can't. I'm driving fast now, don't think I know how to go slow. Oh, where you at now? I feel around. There you are. Cool these engines, calm these jets. I ask you how hot can it get? And as you wipe off beads of sweat, slowly you say, I'm not there yet. I know I don't know you, but I want you so bad. Everyone has a secret. Oh, can they keep it? Oh no, they can't. There's always that one person that will always have your heart. You never see it coming 'cause you're blinded from the start. Know that you're that one for me. It's clear for everyone to see. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, you gotta rock the way to this one. Come on.
FM 100.
but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to rock. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to rock.
Do you remember, girl, I was the one who gave you your first kiss? Cause I remember, girl, I was the one who said put your lips like this. Even before all the fame and people screaming your name. Girl, I was there and you were my baby. It started when we were younger, you were mine, my boo. Now another brother's taking over, but he's still in your right, my boo. Even though we used to argue, it's alright, my boo. I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but you will always be
I was in love with you when we were younger, you were mine, my boo. When I see you from time to time, I still feel like my boo. You see it no matter how I try to hide, my boo. And even though there's another man who's in my life, you will always be my boo. 'Cause after we kissed, I could only think about your lips. Yes, I remember, boy, the moment I knew you were the one I could spend my life with. Even before all the famous people screaming your name, I was there,
and you were my baby. It started when we were younger, you were mine, my boo. Now another brother's taking over, but he's still in your right, my boo. Even though we used to argue, it's alright, my boo. I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but you will always be
I was in love with you when we were younger, you were mine, you were mine. When I see you from time to time, I still feel like you can see it no matter how I try to hide. Even though there's another man who's in my life, you will always be my boo.
It started when we were younger, you were mine, my boo. Now another brother's taking over, but he's still in your right, my boo. Even though we used to argue, it's alright. I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but you always be. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to rock. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to rock.
Yeah, welcome back. It's the Midday Show. I'm Joey, and yes, from 2003, some of the most well-known ballads, or at least some of the most well-known pop songs of that era. Maroon 5's Secrets from their debut album back in 2003 called Songs About Jane, and of course that's also when Usher released his Confessions album, which had this awesome duets with Alicia Keys. I'm pretty sure most of you are singing along to these. 丢2颗03年的芭乐给各位啊，真的听到应该都可以跟着一起唱吧。ICRT 的空降美声呢，其实每一年哦，都会有新的成名的这个作品，任何艺人都会每年都会有新的作品出来。但是其实有时候在像空降美声的这种歌唱比赛的时候，真的很希望听到有人去 cover， 有人去翻唱这种芭乐歌。所以如果想要报名的朋友们，来唱唱 Usher 亚瑟小子跟 Alicia Keys 的 My Boo。I'd like to hear this one at the next cover artist singing competition. All right, got some slow jam for you, and now it's time for us to turn things back up because Li Aming in the chat is saying, I need music to wake me up. All right, fine. We got music to wake you up. 好，我们今天在 YouTube 上面陪伴大家，所以想要来 YouTube Live 跟我们聊天的，或者直接在 YouTube Live 点播的都可以。Come and request, make your requests on our YouTube Live, ICRTFM100. These guys are Caravan Palace.
You don't really know what goes on. That's why all this looks like a perfect mess. Freaks
called Caravan Palace. First learned about them when I went to Paris. Wow, gosh, 6-7 years ago. A song they just dropped 2 years ago, early 2019. It's called Chronologic. That's the name of the album, and that song is titled Supersonics. A little bit of electro swing for your afternoon enjoyment here on ICRTFM100. And we're going to take a short break after this. When we come back, we'll try to get to most, if not all, of your requests here on the Midday Show.
We're ICRT, and it's time for a few important messages.
We love Hakka and I Hakka. We love Hakka.
现在就让我们一起来欣赏客家音乐。
Hi, it's time for another Hakka song on ICRT. My name is Joseph Lin, and he is legendary artist Ling Senxiang with a song called Zongsu, which literally means planting trees. It's really about a story of a breakfast shop owner who, after the 1999 Typhoon Maggie, decided to replant trees around the community. His action attracted a large number of people to join the movement, including young people to come back from the cities to Mainong. Well, together, they brought back the vitality of the farming community, and this song is all about it. Let's take a listen to Planting Trees. Zongsu.怀，这首歌也是如此。种树呢是在描述美浓早餐店的一位老板，在1999年马吉台风侵袭后去重新扶起一些吹倒的树木。后来这个扶树运动呢，也吸引到了很多美浓青年呢，从都市回乡一起来参与，非常有意义性哦。好，这首非常好听的歌叫做《棕树》。There you have it, another beautiful song in Hakka by Ling Senxiang called Planting Trees right here on ICRT. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
客家风情由客家委员会监制。
We Love Hakka has been brought to you by the Hakka Affairs Council.
在这不确定的时代，做最正确的决定。
投资子女教育，保障家庭未来。
2020年最新美国、加拿大留学教育及移民护照申请演讲会
将于全台6大城市盛大举行，免费报名参加。
9月12日周六早上9点半，高雄汉来饭店；下午2点半，台南远东饭店；晚上7点，台中福华饭店。
9月13日周日早上9点半，新竹国宾饭店；下午2点，台北 W Hotel。9月15日周二晚上6点，花莲 F Hotel。
演讲会报名专线及本公司免费咨询任何有关美国、加拿大移民、留学、签证问题，请电02-2707-2111
02-2707-2111，路比顾问公司主办。
德国知名眼镜镜片生产厂 OptoVision 欧特镜片，眼睛顶级最佳视觉好选择。 真正德国光学科技体验。OptoVision 欧特镜片，使用前请详阅说明书警语及注意事项。卫部仪器数一字号第021243号及北市威植药字第109305471号。
Do yourself a favor. Keep it tuned to ICRT Taiwan.
News, entertainment, and music 24/7, 365 days a year. Your sound, your world, your ICRT.
Found an island far away from me, a shipwreck past the sea, where nobody goes, no search but me. Nobody knows what we both share a single rope, trying to stay afloat. The treasure that you blew when I was tied to you, we reeled each other in, got caught up in the wind. Our sails, they pulled too hard, and we fell off our raft. If our own mistakes are too much to take, if it just won't work and we can find a way, maybe our lives go different ways, go different ways. Found an island far away from me, a shipwreck past the sea, where nobody goes, no search but me. Nobody knows but me. Found an island far away from me, a shipwreck past the sea, where nobody goes, no search but me. Nobody knows but me. Found an island, found an island. Slowly you drifted off, putting us on the rocks. No longer want to know where you make plans to go. How could this boat to land? You chose to move too fast. The storm has swept right through and washed away your view. If our own mistakes are too much to take, if it just won't work and we can find a way, maybe our lives go different ways, go different ways. Found an island far away from me, a shipwreck past the sea, where nobody goes, no search but me. Nobody knows but me. Found an island far away from me, a shipwreck past the sea, where nobody goes, no search but me. Nobody knows but me. Found an island, found an island. And if our own mistakes are too much to take, if it just won't work and we can find a way, maybe our maps go different ways, go different ways. Found an island far away from me, a shipwreck past the sea, where nobody goes, no search but me. Nobody knows but me. Found an island far away from me, a shipwreck past the sea, where nobody goes, no search but me. Nobody knows but me.
We the best music.
Another one.
ICRT. Calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs, nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Hey, shorty with the long text, I don't talk. Ay. Shorty with the long legs, she don't walk. Ay. Yeah, last year I kept it on the tuck. Ay. 2020, I came to get up. Yeah, I want a long life, a legendary one. I want a quick death and an easy one. I want a pretty girl and an honest one. I want this drink and another one. Yeah, and I'm troublesome. Yeah, I'm a pop star, but this ain't bubble gum. Yeah, you would probably think my manager is Scooter Braun. Yeah, but my manager was 20 and Budokan. Yeah, hey, look, Ariana, Selena, my visa. It can take as many charges as it needs to, my girl. At the platinum, just like all of my releases, my girl. Come for me, I tear them all to pieces, my girl. I'ma show your sexy what relief is, my girl. Please don't take no that's about that how you geeking. And I'm not driving nothing that I gotta stick the keys in. Wonder how I got this way, I swear I got the calling my phone like I'm locked up nonstop. From the plane to the helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs. Nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Calling my phone like I'm locked up nonstop. From the plane to the helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs. Nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Watch her, said she rep a whole different block, so I blocked her. Busy at the crib, cooking salmon with the lobster. If we talking joints, it's just me and David Foster. Bodyguards don't look like Kevin Costner, you tweaking. Just pulled up to Whitney, Houston, Texas for the evening. They tell the same story so much they start to believe it. The ones that start like Drizzy was cool, but we even. Man, how the 2, 4, 6, 8 watches factory so they appreciate. Crown in my hand and I'm really playing keep away. Don't even usually get this big without a Bieber face. Nah, piece of cake. Nah, Turks and cake. Yeah. Go and get your friends, we can sneak away. Yeah, I keep her like I keep the faith. Wonder how I got this way. Swear I got the calling my phone like I'm locked up nonstop. From the plane to the helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs. Nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Calling my phone like I'm locked up nonstop. From the plane to the helicopter, yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs. Nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor.
But he is a doctor, isn't he? Every song he releases has that surgical precision to get to the top of the charts. That's DJ Khaled and Drake. Yes, she's got more material for the latest. Oh, you know what? Our YouTube just got shut down. Suspended for policy violations. Oh, come on. That's Ava Max. Jeez. Let's get to some Linkin Park and see what YouTube says.
It starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. Oh, I know time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum
yourself a favor. Keep it tuned to ICRT Taiwan.
News, entertainment, and music 24/7, 365 days a year. Your sound, your world, your ICRT.
보란 듯이 무너졌어 바닥을 뚫고 저 지하까지 엊그처럼 잡겠다고 저 높이 두 손을 뻗어봐도 다시 캄캄한 이곳에 light up the sky 내 두 눈을 보며 I kiss you goodbye 실컷 비웃어라 꼴종이가 이제 너희 하나 둘셋 How you like that?
We're ICRT, and it's time for a few important messages.
打开 Radio 最享受，锁定 ICRT 新生活。近年来，油电混合车可说是满街爬爬灶。那你知道油电车的优点吗？首先是省油，油电混合车的油耗量比传统引擎低很多，有些车主甚至在加满油后用到忘记是什么时候加油的。再来，油电车电池是利用车辆减速时回收动能，再转成电能，以节省能源，不需额外在充电桩或电源上充电，使用起来相当便利。而针对油电车电池，也有车厂推出中古车延长保固，让民众更无后顾之忧，安心体验新科技。以上单元由 Lexus 原厂认证中古车赞助播出。
这段旅程有些挑战，但我们坚持出发，一起走向世界。ICRT 国际之岛，每天晚上5点到6点，国发会邀您准时收听，发现双语台湾。
Life, culture, travel, and education in English for everyone. Moving toward our bilingual nation 2030. Every evening between 5 and 6 on ICRT, together with the National Development Council.
移民找飞达富，美国绿卡专家，专才移民速度快，投资移民有分红。您20年不变的1届好朋友。8月16日周日下午2点半，台北喜来登02-2700-9595，救我救我，飞达富移民。
有点香，有点脆，口酷口酷科学面，小心的小宇宙，陪我勇敢的做梦，需要快乐和幸福，科学
子就是香脆无法挡。动人的情歌，绚丽的烟火，拨动了你我的心弦，像极了爱情。
2020大稻埕情人节，让我们的爱没有距离。
8月22在延平和平公园，与万芳、艾怡良一起唱情歌，
浪漫烟火秀，让你我的爱长长久久。
手牵手散步，来场浪漫约会。
详情请上台北旅游网。以上广告由台北市政府观光传播局提供。
不用出国，我们直接把泰国泼水节搬来台湾 S2O 台湾，全球第一场师生大趴，万人一致好评的电音派对，引进独家泼水系统，4大舞台，6种音乐风格，超过70位艺人，场地规模升级加大。S2O 台湾9月5号、6号，台北大家河滨，我们不失不归。购票请上 Klook。Go,
let's go. Here we go.
Oh, that felt great.
Time to get back to the show, where entertainment, English, and great music come together.
Now let's get going.
ICRT.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And oh my, I goes down. Ooh, you make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. I said, oh my God, I see you walking by. Take my hands, my dear, and look me in my eyes. Just like a monkey, I've been dancing my whole life. But you just beg to see me dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And oh my, I goes down. Ooh, you make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again.
Hey, Humming, that's your request sent through the ICRT chat room on YouTube Live, which is kind of sporadically sputtering out of control. Yeah, just like my speech pattern.
Thinking that I'm seeing more. You're playing tricks on me in the sun. See a shadow in the corridor. Stays until the day is done. The dancing don't end, the rain don't fall, and I can't pretend
That's Lauren Gray's latest Kick You Out by request here on ICRT FM 100. Prior to that is the latest Sam Smith, a collaboration with Nigerian musician Burna Boy, who is one in a long list of Nigerian musicians who've made it big as of late, as Afro pop and Afro beat became popular. Mostly thanks to Drake, I suppose. That whole trend started a couple of years ago. Let's do another one. This guy is also a Nigerian musician. His name is Davido.
Money fall on you, banana fall on you, Prada fall on you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Money fall on you, banana fall on you, paparazzi follow you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. Are you done talking? Tell me, baby, are you done talking? Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. 'Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo. I'm on Nintendo. My guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo. I'm on Nintendo. Money fall on you, banana fall on you, Prada fall on you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Money fall on you, banana fall on you, paparazzi follow you, 'cause I'm in love with you. If I offend you, because sorry, oh baby, take out. Sorry, oh baby, take out. I'm in love with you, baby. Nothing of it to change, amo. Nothing of it to change, amo. If I talk, then go say I dey talk. Hey, tell me why then they use Panadol for our headache. Yeah, how I go chop if my baby no chop? They want to spoil our market, yeah. I don't wanna be a player no more. Yeah, I don't wanna be a player no more. 'Cause my guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo. I'm on Nintendo. My guys call me Cristiano, Mr. Ronaldo. I'm on Nintendo. Money fall on you, banana fall on you, Prada fall on you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Money fall on you, banana fall on you, paparazzi follow you, 'cause I'm in love with you. If I offend you, because sorry, oh baby, take out. Sorry, oh baby, take out. I'm in love with you, baby. Nothing of it to change, amo. Nothing of it to change, amo. Banana fall on you, Prada fall on you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Money fall on you, banana fall on you, paparazzi follow you, 'cause I'm in love with you. Kida me now. Your favorite person. Big small song.
在这不确定的时代，做最正确的决定。
投资子女教育，保障家庭未来。
2020年最新美国、加拿大留学教育及移民护照申请演讲会
将于全台6大城市盛大举行，免费报名参加。
9月12日周六早上9点半，高雄汉来饭店；下午2点半，台南远东饭店；晚上7点，台中福华饭店。
9月13日周日早上9点半，新竹国宾饭店；下午2点，台北 W Hotel。 9月15日周二晚上6点，花莲 F Hotel。
演讲会报名专线及本公司免费咨询任何有关美国、加拿大移民、留学、签证问题，请电02-2707-2111
02-2707-2111。路比顾问公司主办。
汪同学高2，
以前社会科考30几分就要偷笑了。去了普林斯顿，我学会了读书要边看边想。这次只看过1次课本，连填充题都全部写满，而且全对，考80几耶，真的觉得很开心。而且我偷偷观察我们班第1名，还真的是照这种方法念书哎。
普林斯顿超强记忆训练，北中南免费试听，请拨02-2768-5887 2768-5887。
Princeton, the memory experts。
亲爱的，给你早安接吻。
有口臭。
起床后口气差，影响感情。全球第1支夜用型牙膏，牙医选夜用牙膏，93%的使用者第2天起床后口臭改善啦。选用14种植物精华配方，保护口腔健康。糖尿病患者也能安心用。还你好口气，牙医选夜用牙膏，全台连锁超市和药局均有贩售。海洋旗舰饭店奥运起立之旅 ，Cozy Blue 和裕饭店桃园馆，7月29日起试营运。高铁集结桃园机场，3大交通枢纽，蓝色旅境梦幻启航。搜寻和裕饭店桃园馆，03-273-7699。
Sailing to Blue, the Hotel Cozy Blue Taoyuan, a luxurious fantasy accommodation experience. Soft opening from July 29th. Search Cozy Blue.
So let's synchronize our watches in 3, 2, 1.
It's 3:59. Stay tuned for ICRT news and weather coming up next.
Mark.
第7天，我要改变自己。21天是我给自己的期限。我是 Cindy 袁咏琳，我爱上天然的美国棉，因为棉花可以自然分解。美国棉永续环保，我们一起爱护地球。美国棉商标值得全球信赖。The cotton the world trusts。
ICRT FM100 Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. Your news, Taiwan and the world.
Good afternoon, it's 4 o'clock. I'm Eric Gao. Starting off with a look at this hour's top international headline, India has seen a record number of single-day coronavirus deaths. But first in local news, Tropical Storm Makala has strengthened a little over the past several hours, and it has moved into the Bashi Channel south of Taiwan. The Central Weather Bureau says the storm is unlikely to hit Taiwan proper. The CWB early issued a land warning for outlying Penghu and Jingmen and a sea warning for the Bashi Channel, the Taiwan Strait, and the seas north of the island. The CWB says Makala, the 6th storm in the Pacific so far this year, is now located 280 kilometers southwest of Taiwan's southern tip of LOMB and is moving northward at a fast speed of 25 kilometers per hour. It's now packing winds of between 72 and 100 kilometers an hour, and forecasters warn of strong winds, lightning strikes, and heavy rain for people in the south and east from this evening until tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, Penghu Magistrate Lai Fengwei says the archipelago's air and sea transport with the outside world remain normal right now. He reminds residents and tourists to be on the lookout as Penghu will bear the brunt of the storm. The Air Force has revealed that Chinese warplanes crossed the median line of the Taiwan Strait this morning. Taiwan's Air Force says that they were tracking the Chinese ships with jets with anti-air missiles and dispatched its own planes to ward them off. The military says that this was a deliberate intrusion on Beijing's part, and it has seriously damaged regional peace and stability. The Air Force says that it will continue to closely monitor Taiwan's surrounding airspace and will respond appropriately to any developments in order to protect national security. The incident comes as U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar is visiting Taiwan, the highest-level U.S. official to do so in decades. Several Taipei city councilors have filed a lawsuit targeting Mayor Ke Wen-je. They allege that Ke is influence peddling with Taipei Dome contractor Far Glory.
They claim that Ke illegally approved the resumption of construction of the project, ignoring public safety concerns. The councillors say the move is a complete about-face from the decision to halt construction 5 years ago. They are asking prosecutors to investigate whether there is any illegality involved in the dome project. In world news, India has registered a record 1,007 coronavirus fatalities in the past 24 hours. This comes as new infections surged by another 62,000 cases. The health ministry says the total fatalities has surpassed 44,000 in the country. India has recorded more than 60,000 cases of the virus daily in the last 4 days, and more infections than any other country in the world for 6 consecutive days. Infections in India remain concentrated in 10 states that contribute nearly 80% of the new cases. India has the third highest caseload in the world after the United States and Brazil. It has the 5th most deaths, but its fatality rate of about 2% is far lower than the top 2 hardest hit countries. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka has reopened schools nearly 5 months after shutting them to contain the spread of COVID-19. The government decision says state-run schools and government-approved private schools will reopen in stages. Students in certain grades should attend daily to prepare for government exams. Students in other grades must attend school 1 or 2 days a week, depending on their level. The arrangement will continue until October 9th, when the school holiday is expected to start. The country has reported 2,800 patients with 11 deaths. Belarus says Alexander Lukashenko has won his 6th consecutive presidential term. Election officials say Lukashenko took over 80% of the votes, with all votes counted. His main opposition challenger only had about 10%. The announcement may exacerbate tensions with opposition supporters who believe the results of the vote were rigged. Thousands of people took to the streets in a number of Belarusian cities and towns last night, protesting an early count suggesting Lukashenko's landslide victory. Protesters faced rows of riot police who used flashbang grenades and truncheons to disperse them. A human rights group claims that over 100 protesters were detained, with the number likely to be much higher. The Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, whose assessments of elections are widely regarded as authoritative, was not invited to send observers. Taiwan weather. According to Central Weather Bureau forecasters, we can expect clouds and rain over much of the country for the rest of this afternoon. This evening, expect more of the same, with overnight lows of 22 to 27. Current temperatures are 35 in Taipei, 29 in Taichung, 30 in Hualien, and 29 degrees in Kaohsiung. Remember that you can listen to ICRT News online through the ICRT website, mobile app, or other services, so you can stay up to date on Taiwan news wherever you go. You can also find our top-rated news podcasts on those platforms. That's the ICRT News at 4. I'm Eric Gao.
Your freshest choice of music.
Take
7 into the last hour of the midday show. If you have question marks floating on top of your heads right now, wondering why we're listening to a song from the Vango Boys, then let me introduce you to our news anchor who just brought you the 4 o'clock weather news update, and let him explain this one to you. Eric Gao, would you please?
Look, I don't really have an answer for you either. This for whatever reason, this song was stuck in my head when I woke up this morning. And so when I came to share this story with Joey, he decided that you all need to hear this song too.
Yeah, and I want this one to be stuck in your dreams tonight so that you can come back and talk about it tomorrow, guys. But you know what? Funny enough, this song might have been in my dream too. Not like last night, but like I definitely remember times when this song has appeared in my dream, and I wake up wondering why on earth was I listening?
What's going on?
Am I having a stroke?
I mean, it's a fun song, but it's not the kind of music I would listen to like for my own tastes.
Yeah, right?
And Venga Boys.
It's definitely not your music. Why are Venga Boys on the pinnacle of the Eurodance movement? Eric Gao, you must have like a very fun childhood memories like somehow got attached to this song.
There are a lot of songs floating around in my head. Let's just leave it at that.
I really feel like playing Umbrella for you.
No.
Eric Gao's
now
most
it's stuck.
hated song. Yeah, that one's gonna be in your dream tonight. I don't think there's ever been a song with the word boom in it that's not somehow a little bit annoying in some sense.
I don't know. I can't think of anything offhand, but there might be.
Can we do another one?
I'm sure you can find something, Mr. DJ.
This has been my favorite, and that might be the only song with a boom that I actually like.
I see.
Yeah?
I
Okay,
see.
let's do it. You ready? Are you ready, brother?
Back up now and give a brother room. The fuse is lit and I'm about to go boom. Mercy, mercy, mercy me. Oh, my life was a cage, but on stage I'm free. Hyped up, psyched up, ready for wildin'. Standing in a crowd of girls like an island. I see the one I wanna sit. Come here, cutie. I flip her around and then I work that booty. Work the body, work the body. Slow down, girl, you're about to hurt somebody. Hold up, yo, let's get just one thing clear. There's only one reason why I came here. You women don't want me to tell you what's up. Go. You women don't want me to tell you what's up. Go. You women don't want me to tell you what's up. Go. I came here tonight to hear the crowd go. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 boom. Well, yo, are y'all ready for me yet? Pump it up, Prince. Well, yo, are y'all ready for me yet? Pump it up, Prince. Well, yo, are y'all ready for me yet? Pump it up, Prince. Well, here I go, here I go, here I go. Yo, dance in the aisles when the Prince steps to it. The rhyme is a football, y'all, and I went and threw it out in the crowd, and yo, it was a good throw. How do I know? Because the crowd went. In response to the way that I was kicking it, smooth and individual rhymes, always original, like the Dr. Jekyll man, and this is my high side. I am the driver, and y'all on a rap ride, so fellas, yeah, y'all with me? Yeah, say, fellas, yeah, y'all with me? Yeah. Why don't you tell the girls what y'all wanna do? You wanna ooh, ah, 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 ooh. That's right, yo, and I'm in the flow, so pump up the volume along with the tempo. I want everybody in the house to know I came here tonight to hear the crowd go. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 boom. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 boom.
Pump it up, come on now. Pump it up, come on now. Pump it up, come on now. Pump it up, come on.
Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 boom. Prince is who I am. So told my mother that I never make a whack jam. But sometimes I get nervous and start to stutter. And if I fumble every word I utter. So I just try to chill. But it gets worse and worse still. I need the crowd to get into it. They help me calm down and I can get through it. So higher, higher, get your hands to the ceiling. Let it go, y'all don't fight the feeling. Might get a stranglehold, sweat pouring. And like Jordan, yo, I'm scoring. Yeah, that's right, y'all, and I am in the flow. So pump up the volume along with the tempo. Many have died trying to stop my show. I came here tonight to hear the crowd go. Boom, shake,
been to Taiwan, by the way, back about 7 years ago, 7 years ago, with the Fresh Prince. That is, of course, Big Willie style, Will Smith. And he'll let your mother know that he never makes whack jam. By the way, he never does. Will always makes very decent stuff, musically, and of course, movie-wise. Oh gosh, he was 25, by the way, when he and Jazzy Jeff made that song Boom Shake the Room. Let's go to something that's a bit more contemporary, not by much. 4 years later, this one.
Guys dressed in black, remember that, just in case we ever face to face and make contact. The title held by me, M.I.B. means what you think you saw, you did not see. So don't blink, be what was dead is now gone. Black suit with the black Ray-Bans on, walk in shadow, move in silence, guard against extraterrestrial violence. But yo, we ain't on no government list, we straight don't exist, no names and no fingerprints. Saw something strange, watch your back, cause you never quite know where the MIBs is at. And here come the men in black, Galaxy Defenders. Here come the men in black, they won't let you remember. Now, from the deepest of the darkest of night on the horizon, bright light into sight tight, camera zoom on the impending doom. But then like boom, black suits fill the room up with the quickness, talk with the witnesses, hypnotize up, normalize up, vivid memories turn to fantasies. Ain't no MIBs, can I please? Do what we say, that's the way we kick it. You know what I mean? Or see the noisy cricket get wicked on you. We're your first, last, and only line of defense against the worst scum of the universe. So don't fear us, cheer us. If you ever get near us, don't jeer us. We're fearless. MIBs freezing up all the flag. Men in black, and the men in black. The men in black. Let me see you just bounce it with me, just bounce with me, just bounce it with me. Come on, let me see you just slide with me, just slide with me, just slide with me. Come on, let me see you take a walk with me, just walk it with me, take a walk with me. Come on, and we can network, not freeze. Here come the men in black, Galaxy Defenders. Here come the men in black, they won't let you remember. Alright, check it. Let me tell you this in closing. I know we might seem imposing, but trust me, if we ever show in your section, believe me, it's for your own protection. Cause we see things that you need not see, and we be places that you need not be. So go with your life, forget the Roswell crap, show love to the black suit, cause that's the men in, that's the men in. Here come the men in black, Galaxy Defenders. Here come the men in black, they won't let you remember.
My goodness, Will Smith's career, it is definitely crushed generations, right? I mean, you can judge how old you are by the first Will Smith album or the first Will Smith movie, DVD, that you picked up. So there you go, a little bit of Men in Black. This was back in 1997. Of course, since then, he has continued to further his career with movies such as Muhammad Ali's biopic or semi-biopic, Ali, The Pursuit of Happiness, I Am Legend, and all the way to the latest Bad Boy installments. Big Willie style, still going at it. He's still going strong. All right, to something else. I mean, it is 4 o'clock. I know that I need to wake you up a little bit with some upbeat music, and therefore this whole entire sweep is about that. Let's get to another one. Her name is Sabrina Carpenter.